Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a commander deck tech on Thassa the Deep Dwelling. Now she's a new one from Theros Beyond Death, and she is pretty spicy. I really enjoyed designing this deck. So she's 4 mana, 6/5, legendary god, mono blue, indestructible, only creature for devotion is 5 or more. Typical god structure, we've seen it before. But the best bit, which really breaks Thassa, at the beginning of your end step, exile up to one other target creature you control, then return that creature to the battlefield under your control. Okay, so it's a resetting effect. Some people call it blinking, flickering, your terminology, but you're resetting the creature, you're pulling it out of the battlefield, putting it back in instantly for your enter the battlefield effects or leave the battlefield effects. But again, the wording is what gets this. Target creature you can control the creature, but you might not be the owner, stealing effects, but they return that creature to the battlefield under your control. Not the owner's control, your control. Most effects in Magic that reset a creature say back to the owner. Very few refer to your control again. That means if you stole a creature, they're still owner, but Thassa's ability hits it, resets it, you're the new identity of the card. It's amazing. It's actually a stealing supporting commander. Oh, and in addition, pay 4 mana, tap another target creature. That kind of feels like it's just taped on there, duct tape it on. It's kind of an ability. I really didn't care for it. I don't even think about the ability when I'm playing. So being Thassa and actually being a really cool god, I like Thassa's story a lot. I want to kind of a little bit of a reference or tribal theme here. So I've got the Bident. It's a 4 mana artifact. Whenever one of your creatures deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Good effect. Pay 2 mana, you bait your opponent's creatures that have to attack you. Most people don't give this card enough credit. When you have indestructible gods as your commander, pretty good things to block. Just throw their creatures into your big beefcakes. I run the original Thassa. Having the Scry is nice, plus a good beater itself and cheap at 3 mana, and unblockable is pretty handy. Plus Thassa's intervention, you can dig 2 cards from a lot of cards, or you can just counter a spell. Just options. 3 main cards you have to have in this deck that support the game plan. Conjurer's Closet, Panharmonicon, I hate trying to pronounce that card, and Stronic Resonator. These 3 artifacts support your commander's overall game plan and the theme of the deck. Conjurer's Closet, very similar to your commander's ability. At your end step, you exile a creature, then return it back to the battlefield under your control. So you get to reset things, and it's under your control again, so it helps their stealing theme. Panharmonicon, you're doubling all your ETB effects essentially from either the creature themselves or other related things. And Stronic lets you copy a triggered ability you control. Remember, triggered abilities refer to when, whenever, or at, so your commander can do it. Just get more value overall out of your deck here. So I want to go with the Steel theme. It's very underrated in Commander. I love it. It's totally a different game plan. The big payoff card, Core Set 20, Agent of Treachery. 7 mana, 2/3 human rogue. Enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent. Anything. Go for the lands. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 more permanents you do not own, so stolen permanents, draw 3 cards. Just Ancestral Recall for free, for nothing. He's expensive, 7 mana, and he's a weak one at 2. He's a 2/3. He can get killed pretty easy, lightning bolted. But enters the battlefield, you just yank anything. Yank. When I say yank, it's gank. You can gank anything you want off their board. And with your commander, resetting him, in the first turn of playing him, from his own ETB effect, and then the end of your turn, Thassa resetting him, you've stolen 2 permanents in the turn it came in. Very powerful. Shackles, it lets you steal creatures based on the number of islands you have. Mono blue, probably quite a few. Ooh, that rhymed. Simple, tap the Shackles, gain control of the creature, reset the creature end turn with Thassa, now it's yours. Untap the Shackles next turn, steal another creature. Mass Manipulation, simply just X spell, steal X creatures. I like it. Now these are the kind of creatures that say, until these leave play or to end a turn, but your commander can still abuse it. Sour of Temptation, enter the battlefield, gain control of target creature as long as the Sour remains in play. But your commander can reset the creature it steals. Now it's yours, you don't have to worry about the clause relating to Sour. And now you can reset Sour of Temptation whenever you want to steal another creature. Similar idea with Royal Elemental. Landfall, steal a creature till Royal Elemental leaves battlefield. But if you reset the creature with your commander or other cards in the deck, you get to keep it permanently. Chamber of Manipulation is a card I don't think gets enough play. Just enchant a land you control, tap it, ditch a card from your hand, steal a creature in a turn, use your commander to reset the creature in a turn, now it's yours. Callous Oppressor here, similar concept to the Shackles. Enters the battlefield, your opponent chooses a creature type, you can't steal that type, no go, no touchy. Hurts you against tribal decks, but hopefully not running against many. Same concept, if it's tapped, you keep the creature, use your commander, reset the creature, untap the Oppressor and do it again. And Thada Adele, she doesn't do any direct stealing, but she steals artifacts from your opponent's deck. Being commander, there's quite a few around. Now, ETB effects, enter the battlefield effects, are just good fun with the commander because that's what they can abuse. But the first card I want to mention, which I love the artwork, the flavor, the design, Floodgate. A 15-cent janky card from Mirage is an absolute god tier card in this deck. 4 mana, 0/5 defender. I've put the updated text here because the old ones sold text. When it gains flying, sacrifice it. Makes sense, it's a Floodgate. If the gate's open, the water comes out. When Floodgate leaves the battlefield, it deals damage equal to half the number of islands you control rounded down to each non-blue creature without flying. Well, our creatures are all blue, mono blue, we're fine. But it just deals damage to every creature your opponents control every time you reset it and turn with your commander. This janky common from Mirage can control an entire board of creatures by itself for the rest of the game with your commander. I love it. Some fun ones, simple bounce effects, all at 3 mana, Mana War, Aether Adept, and Exclusion Mage. Enter battlefield, bounce a creature back to his owner's hands. Stone Protector, 2 mana, same effect but only for artifact and enchantments. But again, it's commander, they're rampant, they're everywhere. Similar effects but with a couple clauses. Harbinger Tide, only tap creatures get bounced back, but it can also have flash. Fencer, a bit more expensive but can bounce spells back as well as permanents. Nevermaker is actually the golden standard here. When it leaves the battlefield, return target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. You can start messing up their draws. And then Galcast the Colossus is like your endgame version of this. Just tap down an untapped wizard you control, start bouncing non-lands back to your opponent's hand. And look at the creature types. Kind of a small side theme of wizards. You can see 3 right here already. Because we are a thieving deck, our quality of our creatures is on a bit lower end for combat stats, so use Clever Impersonator and Metamorphia to copy your opponent's creatures. Use your commander or other effects to reset them when you see something better to copy. No Battlesphere and the Master Waves can generate an army, and you keep resetting with your commander and other effects to bring more tokens in. The Battlesphere, you can really start to store the tokens up and try and go for one-shot kills with it directly. In Master Waves, use the tokens, abuse the tokens, reset the master, bring more tokens. Scourge of Fleets, if left unchecked, will win the game. It's just a very simple card in this deck. Enters battlefield, return each creature your opponents control with toughness X or less, where X is the number of islands you control. It just enters battlefield, hopefully you bounce all the creatures back, and they have to deal with this for the rest of the game. I love Primordial cards, they're all good fun, playing your opponent's graveyard. In this case, instant sorceries for free, can't complain. Meteor Golem, just destroy an online permanent. Mono Blue, to destroy artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalkers can be nice. Now, how about that handy draw? Blue does it well. Of course, we want enter the battlefield or leaving the battlefield effects because of our commander and our deck's theme. Muldrifter, my favourite non-fishing magic. Enter the battlefield, draw 2 cards, so you can see the relationship there. Watcher for Tomorrow, Hideaway, so you look through top 4 and you hide one underneath it, but when it leaves the battlefield you get that card. It's golden with your commander, it's amazing. Seagate Oracle, you look top 2, you pick one into your hand, the other onto the bottom of your deck. Simple. Slither Muse, someone's going to pick a hand than you, compare the differences and draw up to them. Of course, Gadwick, the wizard that can scale up depending on which mana you want to put into him. Plus, whenever you cast any spell in your deck being blue, you get this tap down online permanent, start messing with them a bit. And of course, all our little cantrips, Preordain, Brainstorm, Serum Visions, and Ponder. Just keep your hand healthy, they're nice and cheap, lowers your average CMC in the deck pretty well. Alright, into support. The main cards here, they're all referring to like resetting effects, but the big 2 are Deadeye Navigator and Ghostly Flicker, because they work in the same concept as your commander. You exile a creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under your control again, let you reset that stolen creature to become yours. So that's Deadeye and Ghostly Flicker, whereas Displace, Essence Flux, and the Stratagem all say back to the owner, but they've all got their advantages being instant, draw a card, or cheap. So use any of these resetting mechanics with your commander to get more value to your creatures, your ETB effects, or steal stolen things to reset them. Some other just spicy things, you've got the Mancer here and the Wall, just get instant sorceries back from your graveyard, probably your counter spells or your cantrip, things like that. Solemn here, you're probably never going to get the death trigger on him, but every time you reset him with your commander, you get another basic out of your deck. Mono Blue Ramp, watch out boys. Spellseeker, again, because it's an enter the battlefield effect, keep resetting it, treat it for more instant sorceries from your deck, cantrips, counter spells, things like that. Fabricate, don't leave Tutor on in the deck, and it's only here for your main supporting cards, like your Conjurer's Closet, Panamonicon, or the Stronic Rezair, just for one of those 3 cards. Blue, gonna do what blue does well, we're gonna say, hold on, I got a response, Cyclonic Rift, you can get it, the Seeker, it's a 2 mana card with the Overload, just it's your board wipe of the deck. Imprison of the Moon, put it on the commander, watch them cry. Reality Shift is kind of your blue removal, it's the best you're going to get, I think. Glen Elendra Archmage, spicy card in this deck. She's got Persist, you sacrifice her, you pretty much negate, counter non-creature spell. Comes back with Persist counter on it, neg 1/1 counter, you can sack it again to counter another spell. But before you do the second sack, reset it with the commander, enters back again, no counters. you can have a negate up every turn if you wanted to with this card. Of course, Arcane Denial, I love the draw built in. Counterspell, nice and easy, they're going to see the 2 blue, they're going to question it, and good old negate. Now onto the mana rocks, I love Altar of Pantheon. This is an amazing artifact, it's going to be on every god deck forever. Reduce your devotion by 1, produces any color, and if you control a god or a demigod or a legendary enchantment, you gain 1 life. It does everything. Nyx Lotus produces mana based on your devotion to a color. Any monocolor deck, no brainer. Heraldic Banner, you choose a color, you Lord affect those creatures, and you get to produce that mana, free mana. Pretty good. Of course, we run Soul Ring, we run our Sky Diamond, which taps a blue. Sapphire Medallion, just total reduction in the deck. By the way, Wizards, you need to reprint these cards, they are getting expensive. Most of the medallions are starting to creep up to 20 bucks now. And I do run Midnight Clock. At worst, it's a 3 mana artifact that can tap for blue. It gets an hour counter on each upkeep, that includes your opponent's too. When it has 12 counters on each, sack it, draw 7 cards. Could be a thing. Onto lands, kind of keep it simple because they're a mono deck. Wreck Tower is a must-have because how much draw you can do. Sanctuary can get things back, instant sorceries back on top of your library. Fuderon, like I keep saying, my friends have really douchebag land bases, gotta deal with them. I love Halimar Depth, just a little bit of rearrangement on top of your deck. Talk about a card that needs a reprint. Shrine to Nyx, nearly 25 bucks, I think it's over 25 now. It just produces mana based on your devotion, all monocolor decks should run it, it's just that good. Please Wizards, reprint it at some point. And Terrain Generator, lets you put basics from your hand onto the battlefield. Again, monocolor decks, love it. It's not expensive, it's only like $4 or $5, but it's hard to find, so a good reprint would be nice. And just 29 islands, simple. So that's my Thassa deck, I think she's amazing. I love that she can actually really abuse the stealing mechanics in Commander. The fact it's back to your battlefield under your control, not the owner, that breaks her. I think it's amazing. Mono blue, it's strong, it's fun. The amount of ETB effects you can abuse with the Commander and the supporting themes. If left unchecked and you can really establish your board, your opponents probably can't get out of it. Like Scourge of Fleets or maybe Floodgate, that's going to be a fun one for a lot of people, I think. Just, you can control them forever. So let me know your thoughts, guys. What ETB effects would you like to put on Thassa? If you've made the Thassa deck, link it down below. I'll have a look at it. So thank you guys and have a good one. Goodbye. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that video, give it a like. It definitely pushes it through the algorithm so more people can see it. And only 10% of my viewers are subs, so maybe consider a little bit of help. And thank you to my patrons, you guys are amazing, always direct support, I can't say thank you enough, you guys are amazing. What do you think about Thassa? I really am excited about her, I think she's a really strong mono blue commander. She's not Urza level broken, but the whole stealing mechanic's going to be really fun with her. Plus, if they print more stealing mechanics in the future, we're going to think about it. Alright, thank you guys.